G'day ladies and gents, and welcome to Mudrunner, a Spintires game. Now this is the VOD from a live stream on Twitch that has been recorded off my computer and re-edited into 1080p for your viewing pleasure. But before we get too deep into the game, there is a couple of things I want to clarify with this. Now this is a press review version of Mudrunner that was given to me. I will be doing a review on Mudrunner. It will be out on the 31st, which is the release date for Mudrunner. However, I will be doing some live streams and a few videos on YouTube about the game between now and then as I work around packs. And at the time of this live stream, all I had done was a tutorial. So part of the idea was I wanted to take a pretty raw look at the game to begin with and to spend a bit of time learning it with everybody watching on Twitch. Now, the last thing I do want to clarify, and I do mention it a little bit later on in the VOD, I haven't actually played the first Spintires before. I will be picking it up prior to my review, but in a way I kind of like this, because it means I can look at Mudrunner from a very neutral standpoint and see the game for what it is, rather than be constantly comparing it against the game that came before. So anyways, grab yourselves a coffee or a beer or a bourbon, whatever your particular poison is. There is nearly 2 hours of stream here. We're going to be starting the game from scratch and new. We'll be playing on casual mode. I'm going to have a look at hardcore mode later, but I thought I'd start with casual for a start, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so these are our trucks. This should be the point where the tutorial ended off. I'm going to skip the tutorial in this one. It's basically how to drive, and it's not hugely complicated, but it's kind of a bit of fun. For those of you who haven't seen Spintires before, it's essentially... Yeah, the best way to describe it would be, you know, Euro Truck Simulator or American Truck Simulator. You pick up cargo at A, deliver it to B, but you're doing it out in the mud in some backwater in Russia in the middle of nowhere. So it's not as easy as driving down the highway, but it can be a lot of fun. So what do I have on this? It looks like nothing. I've got nothing on either of these trucks. So... fireproof exhaust, fuel, we don't have them available. We'll grab a log carriage. That'll let us take short logs. We'll go haul some wood. Haul some wood, rather. Alright, so, if I've done this right, hit the accelerator, fire up the engine. Now, whenever we're in, this is the garage where we can play with our trucks. Whenever we're in here, this pop-up, holographic pop-up, shows up over the trucks automatically. Hey Pixel.gamer, thank you for the subscription. Alright, so joystick set, and I believe, yes, we have a view inside of the truck. Now the only thing I found with this so far that, well, it's not necessarily an I don't like, but more of a I wish it had, no track IR support. So to look around, I'm actually using the D-pad on the joystick to be able to look left and right. Alright, so we'll quickly bring up the map. Now, there's a little bit of waypoint or watchtower type stuff in this game. To actually uncover the map, you have to get to these watch points, and everything that's in their range will be lit up. So we're here. The lumber mill is over here. We're going to have to pick up wood. Got a fuel station. You can run out of fuel in this, by the way. K700, K250, C255. These will be locked vehicles that we'll have to go and find at some point. So we've got 2 more of them up here and another log station. We got a log station here near a watch point. Another garage up here in the back with a fuel station and watch points leading up to it. So I think we'll head down around here, see where the lumber mill is and see if we can find the entrance for it, and head to this watch point for starters, and then see whether or not we go straight to the log station or straight to the garage, grab some fuel, and then work our way over. We'll see what happens. Alright, so let's get this underway. And working in North Korean logging camps. Actually, somewhere in Russia, I believe the game is supposed to be based. How is the game? We're about to find out. I've only played around with the tutorial. That's what this whole stream is about. Rather than me playing the game privately to learn my way around it, we'll stream it and everybody can have a look all at once. And I will be, as I said, we'll be reviewing it eventually, but it'll be on or after the 31st, which is the due date for the game. That will be out. Alright, a little sloppy here. What do we got? We'll lock the hubs. Check out the window here, get ourselves around. Beautiful. Now we've got some external views here that we can get. Because the one thing I have noticed, go back to internals, the mirrors are non-functional, so you got to use the external controls for that. Sliding a bit on the front tyres actually. Go back to internals, what do we got here? Let's go to all-wheel drive. Yep, looking good, alright. I tell you what, it's so nice to use the toe brakes on the throttles as an accelerator and actually have an accelerator like a real car. This is much simpler. And it is 10:28 in-game, so it's mid-morning, heading towards late morning, so we've got a bit of time before night time. I couldn't subscribe within the Android app for some reason. I'm honestly not sure what would have caused that. Oh, we're clear there. Tracker would make this a lot easier. But it looks like we got that sorted out. Also, for those of you who are on the Discord, we have set up integration between Twitch and the Discord as well. So as soon as you subscribe on this end, you should automatically be assigned a subscribers tag for Twitch. And we got a bit of a go left, looks like it leads up into the boonies, or we can follow it around to the right. We'll keep going around to the right. Anybody who subscribes on Twitch will automatically get a tag on the Discord and will be given access to the subscribers room, which is where a quiet access room for Twitch subscribers and Patreon supporters. And a nice coloured name on the Discord as well. That should, I think, happen automatically. We will find out. Around here to the right. Be careful here. I've actually done a lot of real-world off-road driving, and from what I've seen of the game so far, just playing around in the tutorial, it does weight distribution and balance very well. The physics are very well handled, which means take a hill the wrong way and get a little bit of slide up, and this game will tip your truck on its ass in a real hurry. Now, that's the lumber mill. It's not much of a path, but that looks like the way into the lumber mill, although it is rather overgrown. How are we doing for fuel? Yeah, plenty of fuel. Let's go up and take a look. Get up this hill. It's a nice external. Oh, I caught on the trees a little bit there. Now, which way are we pointing at the moment? We've gone a little bit past, actually, so we want to get around to the left. Yeah, there's the lumber wheel marker there, so... that's going to be a little to the thick side to get through, I think. What do we got here? This is going to be interesting. Can't even get myself into the lumber mill. Yeah, looks like we've got... fit. It looks like we may have overshot a little bit here. Maybe we should have turned a little bit harder. If we get through the trees here, here's where the fun of Spintires comes into play. You just gotta dig your way through the goddamn bushland. I've actually done a lot of driving like this as well. Oh, in a little bit of a lean there. Brake. And we're probably gonna make it around past you. Yep, we're good. Alright, there we go. We sorted that out, and yeah, this is the lumber mill and the unloading area for the lumber mill. You would think, being a lumber mill, somebody with a chainsaw would have come out and actually cut those trees down, but we might actually try... We could try winching a couple of them, but I don't want to dig up the loading area too much. Actually, that looks like a much clearer path that way. Where's that go to? Which way are we facing? Yeah, that... I reckon we're supposed to come up here. Yeah, still a bit overgrown, but I reckon, and there's the road. So yeah, that's the path we're supposed to come. We didn't turn hard enough. So left from here to head up to our next waypoint. Hello from the world of tomorrow. Killer pizza guy. So as a Twitch affiliate, you get to have an emote, right? What do you think of making your first one? I'm not entirely sure, but when we linked Discord and Twitch together, I got the option of making my Discord icons available to use on Twitch. Don't know if they work or not. We'll have to do some testing, but at least the Discord stuff should be available. You get tipped a lot in Spintires. I spent more time upside down than in any other position. We'll try and keep it on all four wheels. I've been in a car that's rolled over while doing this kind of off-roading before. It's less than pleasant. Funny if you break the law and the cops get after you. I don't think that will be a problem out here. You have a host of other issues that can come in. Now, I did try and have a brief look at the multiplayer as well, but being as this is a press release copy, there's not exactly many people playing it at this point, so that was not something that I can do. But there is a multiplayer mode where you can have multiple people trying to do this all at once, which having 2 or 3 up on these roads would be interesting. Yeah, so we're going to turn before that. If we get to that point, we've actually gone too far. Oh, other than I was after this one. The other thing is it does seem like they've got the mud physics really nice on this, so the more you use a road, the more it's going to dig it up and the sloppier it's going to get over time. We got a bit of a log. I think we'll go over that one. Should be fine. Yeah, just push it down. We're all good. Give it a little bit more. Try and get into these paths here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, water washes the mud off the wheels. Whoa, hang on, hold up. Okay, so, we've got nothing on the map, so that's worthless here. Looks like a T section. Yeah, good thing I'm bringing the cursor up. You've got a T intersection following on this section, but we want to keep going just north, and it cuts back this way. I'm going to go up over here on this dry section and just see exactly what's further up and whether or not there's a lake or a river or God knows what over there, rather than driving through that, because I don't know the depth yet. So let's find out. Whoa, 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 stop right there. Follows around. We've got a road up here. Okay, so we got swamp and crap and roads. We're going to do... Well, we'll see how deep this is at the very least. Let's quickly check the chat. No idea you stream, love your YouTube videos. I only started streaming the last couple of weeks towards a month. It's fairly new, the NBN connection's only been installed on. By the way, everybody let me know in the chat what the stream quality is like. It looks like it's pretty stable at the moment, which is part of the reason why I've chosen to do this now. Still getting fixed, it apparently has been escalated, and I'm still waiting to see what happens. So that's the story of my NBN at the moment, waiting to see what will happen next. It's nice that they added first person, it's about time. The previous one didn't have first person. Interesting point, I haven't actually played the previous Spintires before, so this is my first look at the series. I actually think this is a good thing, because it means I can look at this title completely on its own standalone. What I am going to do is, before I do my review on it, I'm actually going to go and buy Spintires and go back to the previous game and have a look, so I've got a point of comparison. But I want my first look at the game as it currently is to be just this game. Friends that wanted it for a long time. Nice one, the kind of stream of yours. Can you sink into the mud? Yes. Yes, you can get bogged. There's actually a winch mechanic that you can use, set a winch onto the surrounding trees to try and pull yourself out. If you get bogged, you can roll over. When you get heavier loads, sometimes it will be easier to drive. Ooh. That's a lot of nose down. Come on, give me a little... Well, that's better. Alright, so let's go to the external view just for a second. Oh, it's not too bad. It's only the wheel hubs. It's fine. Water effects are pretty good too. throttle here because we've got a log at the end. Come on, get up. You can use the wheel lock and the hub system at your own will. I've got them all activated at the moment, so we're in all-wheel drive with the hubs locked to get through here. Using these systems will consume more fuel, but you can turn them on and off at will. And this is one of the watchtower points, so this is going to unload another section of the map so we can see what the hell is going on. Alright, got a good bit of flat. Parking brake on. Alright, so at least we can see a little bit of what's coming up. Looks like we've got a depression through here we can go through, or we can follow the road around. We've got a bit of water. That looks like a large puddle, but it doesn't look like anything will be too major. Same thing around here. That is more of a concern. I don't know what depth that would be, but it's large enough to actually sink the truck. And this, obviously, being an old truck, doesn't have any kind of snorkeling equipment or anything on it, so if it goes in, it's not coming out unless I bring another vehicle to tow it out. Yeah, that's the other thing. If your vehicles get stuck, you don't just respawn them. They get stuck, and you will have to go back and grab one of your other vehicles and use that vehicle to come back and tow the first vehicle out, potentially dragging it all the way back to the garage if you destroy the engine. So yeah, I reckon we follow it around to the left. We'll jump around this little puddle, and it's got a bit of a road through here, so we'll follow this through, and it'll get us on track. And it looks like from there there's a pretty standard road that's a bit higher elevated that leads north, so we should be fine. I'm a mud rider in real life. It is good fun. I used to do it when I was younger. Since my eyes started playing up, I've sort of stopped doing this kind of stuff, which is unfortunate because I did have a lot of fun doing it in my youth, but with my eyes being the way they are now, you know, I'm fine when a contact lens is in place and I can see out of the one eye that actually works. But yeah, if that contact was to move or get bounced around and fall out, a blind man in a four-wheel drive in the middle of the bushland trying to navigate places like this, yeah, probably best to not. And yeah, that was pretty much nothing. Alright. Alright, where are we here today? Yeah, no, we're in the right point. Alright, so that is the water that we're seeing on the map. Yeah, I reckon I was right about that. And around to the left, over here's our path through, I think. Handbrake off. Yeah, because that's the water leading around there. So we'll follow, we'll go through here. And hopefully if we keep following this road, it'll keep taking us north. The driving feels really nice in this, by the way. Oh, a bit sloppy through here. That's alright, diffs are locked and four-wheel drive's on, so we just plough through it. Or hope we plough through it. Trying not to keep it in the grooves, otherwise we're likely to have a bad time of it. And that is a bridge. Make sure we line that up. Yeah, wouldn't want to come off this. This would give you a bad day. Okay, beautiful. Follow a gear, come on. It's dragging a bit here. Around to the left, and yeah, terrain's definitely getting a bit harder here. I reckon we'll turn the all-wheel drive off and just, or maybe we won't. Oh no, it didn't like that too much. We'll get that all-wheel drive back on, and we have a watchtower off here to the right, so let's swing it through the trees. Whoa, and give me a look to the rear. Time of, we'll have to check the clock inside. go, back onto the track. Stop it here, handbrake, and we can check the new map section, which has taken us out to the borders. So, yep, that is the garage and fuel station just ahead. So we'll grab some fuel. Now that's interesting, because our logging station, the nearest logging station, is this one, which is where we want to go. We don't appear to have any decent roads going to it anywhere at all. Looks like there was one here, but it's washed out once you get past the fuel station. Oh, we'll sort this out in a moment, but first things first, we'll go up to that fuel station and we'll grab some fuel. We're not really anywhere near risking running out at this point, but still. Now this garage is locked. 04. So what's it trying to tell us here? More garage points required to access garage. Okay, fair enough. So that's this one out. Get through the trees over here. And oh, pull it up. And we go to external view, because that's where you do pretty much all your work. 108 litres of fuel added, no add-ons with fuel capacity installed, truck automatically refueled. Alright, so we can stop the engine for just a second. And I'll quickly have a read of chat. I missed the comment there, more of a concern since Mags has to stop to read the chat. Yeah, I sort of have to, but that's fine. I don't mind taking my time. I like to take my time with these kind of games. And it's good to be able to chat to people while I'm trying to work stuff out. What exactly is the premise of this game? Is it basically just an open world money sim where you can go wherever you want, or are there actual objectives you have to complete? Chuck, if you've ever played Euro Truck Simulator or American Truck Simulator, you're delivering goods around. Basically, the objective we're after at the moment is we are going to have to supply wood with this lumber mill. They want 8 units. Now, there's 2 places we can get the wood from. We've got a logging station here, and we've got a logging station up here. Job is to go pick up the logs and deliver them to the lumber mill. But as you can see, the roads in between aren't nice, smooth pieces of bitumen to drive on. They are, well, to call them crap would be an understatement. And at the moment, we're driving the truck around and having a little bit of difficulty in a couple of areas, and we are without load. Once we've got a load, fire this up. Yeah, the center of weight of the truck tips up. It could potentially tip over. Also, you're a lot heavier, so the slop's going to be more of a problem, and you've got to try and dig your way through the terrain to deliver everything. Well, no more than Euro Truck Simulator would be a tech demo to demonstrate how pretty you can make a truck. Yet a lot of people like that game. It's incredibly popular. I've got Euro Truck myself. I don't have American Truck Simulator. Do need to pick that up at some point, I think. Okay, back in cockpit. Now, well, cockpit, in the cab. How are we going to get through to here? Because we don't actually have a stable road to drive on. So this is the washed out section. Wait on. Looks like there's part of a road here. But because we haven't seen any of the waypoints, we can't work out anything further up. So we're going to have to do a little blind off-roading at some point. Yeah, I reckon we'll turn around, we'll come back through. And it looks like possibly a drier riverbed, or a drier swampy area, a bog. Which is, funnily enough, this map's called the bog. If we can make it up through here, we should be able to navigate our way around. And whoa, and it's this is going to be interesting. We are losing daylight. Come on. Oh, take the handbrake off. God damn it. Zoom this in, and there we're going to have to turn the headlights on, I reckon, guys. We're going to be doing a little bit of this by dark. So we're driving into an unknown region in this kind of terrain in a rickety old truck at night time. This should be fun. I wonder if they made it so you can use your winch if your engine is stalled. Not entirely sure. The only winching I've done so far was in the tutorial, so I know how the mechanic works. I'm not entirely sure how it applies once you actually get out in the game. There is, however, you should be able to. Theoretically, I can't see any reason why you wouldn't, because the winch would be operating off an electrical motor. And you do have, underneath the fuel gauge, a very distinct battery gauge showing your current charge. So I assume that's you shut down the engines. And yep, this is where we want off. Shut down the engines and you will be able to use power for the lights and potentially the winch. Whoa! Alright, that doesn't look so bad. Let it roll. And yes, I'm using, 32 damage. Ooh, that wasn't good. May get noisy here in a moment, guys. It sounds like my wife just got home with the kids and they're probably going to run in to say hello. And they like driving games, so we may wind up with another viewer here in a moment. And this, yeah, this is less than good. Come on, pump the accelerator. We'll get through this. No, we're not getting through this, I don't think. Oh, wait. Here we go. We got ourselves loose. Alright, so, note to self, next time, let's not go this way. We got to find another way through. Come on, you can make it up the hill. Come on. There we go. The tyre's in that groove now, so it should stay stable. Alright, before we go down there... Alright, we went straight down into here and across, I think. If you maybe follow it around, or if we went a little bit further down and jumped onto what looks like this path here is further down. Regardless, pointing the wrong direction at the moment, we need to go left. Or go right, rather. So that way in between the trees is my thought. Still the right way. Yep, that's what we're after. Still not looking... Oh no, this isn't so bad. I could have used the winch there to give myself a hand, yes, but I tend not to go immediately to the winch unless you have to. It's like doing this in real life. The first thing you try and do is get the car out, or the truck out, or the four-wheel drive out on its own. The winch is when it is clear that whatever you're driving isn't going to go any further. I think we should be okay through here. The nighttime effect on this is actually really rather nice. Can't see jack outside of the headlights. Yeah, this is definitely what's left of a road. So we've got a bit of a fog rolling in as well, which is not doing wonders for the headlights. Making a bit of white glare. Alright, I'm going to pull it up here and quickly check the map again. Whoa, hang on. We have gone completely past where we were after. We're going to come out the other side. Alright, so, at the very least, what's left of this road looks like it joins up with here. But we want in there. Good thing we stopped for fuel. I'm going to turn the truck right. We'll see if we can get through the bushes here. Although this isn't looking too bad. It's grassy, but can't see crap through this fog. Alright, so we're moving straight north. There is a waypoint up through here. It'll be much easier if we can find the waypoint. So that's a night. Alright, so how... oh, hang on, wrong one. I know you can do this. Ah, okay. Apparently we're only 100 meters from this waypoint, and it should be over here. So we'll try and work our way to that. At the very least, we'll have an uncovered map. Come on. For the record, one of the first things I learnt when I was actually... yeah, you can see the flag icon just ahead. And one of the first things I learnt in real life is you don't do this kind of work at night time on terrain you're unfamiliar with, so we're breaking some rules here. Alright, let's get this map watchtower point anyway. Alright, let's put on the parking brake for a second, and... oh, that is so much better. Alright, so if we just continue down here... looks like there is a road with a bit of a water feature here. That'd be sloppy to drive through. And come around, we can get to the logging station, and then getting back out. I don't really want to drive this path out of here with a load of logs on. This would be a really dumb idea considering what I've seen of it so far. And it's a long way around to go north, but that does provide us with what looks to be at least an intact road we can follow. There's a watchtower point in the center here we haven't uncovered. Wonder. Part of a road here, and then we've got looks like a depression area, but it doesn't look like water. Wonder if we've got a path through here somewhere that we can take. I'm definitely not going through that on the way out, so we'll have to turn back around. We're going to have to exit back around this way. But first things first, let's get to the logging station. We can sort it out from there. And it is 1 in the morning, so we're still not going to be expecting any daylight anytime soon. How far around does this go? We should be on it, so we should be able to turn right here. Sorry for the heavy usage of the map, but I'm sort of trying to navigate an area I don't know here. And it looks like we're supposed to... yeah, we're going to have to turn almost straight away. Hopefully there will be a path. There we go, there is one. Oh, and it's not a particularly nice path, I might add. Ah, that's better. A little bit of traction, very sloppy, but we can deal with that. Come on, pump the gas a little bit here, it's around. And there is our log parking area. Alright, so now we can actually load this thing up. I need a log carrier. We can't load this one, they're too heavy, so we can only take the short logs, which are 3 points each. They're 3 points each, and the... where is it? Over here, the lumberyard wants 8 points worth of logs, so this is going to take at least 3 trips to actually do this. So we're going to have to work out a much better way of actually driving through here than that. And there we go, that is the load of short logs on board. So you can see the suspension collapses, and yeah, the center of balance for the truck is in a less than optimal position now. Alright. Whoa. That tipped pretty far. Not sure what this is about, unless there's a limited supply of logs and I've actually got to organise to have logs cut or something. That doesn't seem to be anything that I need to concern myself with now. Whoa, my turning circle has gone to shit. Badly. Yeah, I'm not going to continue that turn. Not a chance in hell. Give me back inside the cockpit so I can, or cab, so I can see what the hell is going on. Alright, and there is the way out, so I just get us back on stable terrain so we're not going to tip over. Alright, that's better. That's what I want. Handbrake on for a second. Try clicking a point on the map that should set a waypoint and make it visible as a red line, showing you where the point marked is. Helps a lot with bad paths. It's getting creepy out. Oh yeah, this place is not nice at night time. Just need a few beers, a pack or two of wolves, and you're Yeti. I'm waiting for it to start pouring down rain. I haven't seen any weather effects in-game so far, but that does not mean there couldn't be. We'll have to wait and see. There isn't rain in the base game, not sure about Mudrunner. Okay, so that makes two of us. Gives you the smallest logs that you have, truck flips over. Yeah, but look, this is not a new machine. This thing may have been considered new in the 1950s, maybe. The long ones, you've actually got to drive a semi through this. This is the little truck. This is the starting truck that you get after completing the tutorial. There are bigger machines you get access to. That sawhorse is how you spawn logs to stack by crane into your truck. Ah, cool. Okay, that explains that. It's the hardcore way of doing it. Ah, hardcore mode. Alright, that explains that. I will be trying hardcore mode later, but just not on this one. I want to get used to it first. Alright, let's get back into the cab. It's 3:30 in the morning. Handbrake off. And we're going to go to the left and back around the way past the watchtower, because that looks like a clearer way, or a relatively more stable way of getting ourselves pointed in the right direction, and then we will sort it out from there. A semi, that would be tedious. Yeah, haven't had to drive one yet, have seen it driven. There's a whole host of vehicles you can play around with this. Oh, come on, get up there. This is only the road out of the logging yard. What I like, I will say this, what I like, actually pumping the throttle like I used to in real life, letting the RPM drop back for a second and then pushing it forward to sort of jolt the vehicle, works in this in exactly the same way as it does in real life. I'm doing exactly the same motions I would do if I was driving a real truck in regards to the throttle on my flight pedals at the moment. So, +1 for authenticity. You can look around with the... Whoa, no, stable. Thank you. You can look around with the mouse as well, which would probably be smoother than using the directional, the thumb pad on the joystick. But I've only got two hands, and I'm controlling sort of the external camera views with the keyboard on the left hand at the moment. And I'm also using the keyboard binds for locking and unlocking the diffs. Not that I have needed to yet, because this place, I can't see any reason to unlock them. Now I reckon my exit is here on the left. Yep. Alright, so what I'm going to try, I'm going to exit out here like I did back to the road, and then it looks like we've got an area that's sort of like this one, which we can sort of traverse going that way, and there's a watch point. So I'm going to head down and around and start making my way towards that watch point, and hopefully the terrain is relatively similar and we can find our way out somewhere over here and get into this section and come around the back way for the lumber mill, and we're going to avoid all the slop in here completely. Or we're going to tip over and have to jump in another truck. Yeah, that would make sense, losing the log load if you tip. Alright, there we go. So now we're heading south, so that's the direction we want to be going in, so the road should be just ahead. Come on. And we've got to bit of a dip here. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Yeah, I love the side view, but I really... Why am I not getting... Ah, that's what I wanted. Getting the wrong key. It doesn't look so bad. It'd be nice if we at the very least didn't have this fog, so these headlights would show me a little bit further. Yeah, this is okay. There's our road, and we've got a bit of a rise here. Well, that's a steeper dip than I would like, but... yeah, I can make that. I reckon I can make that. Just work the brakes. Come on, pick it up. Nice. This uphill here. Now, we're pointing roughly due south. 556, and we're going into the section of the map that is now unmarked, so... well, I'm just going to mark it straight. Ah, okay, yep, and that will give us a red line. So, alright, we'll follow this red line, and hopefully this will lead us to the marker. Thank you for that. I actually didn't know that was a feature. That is the point of this stream, work out how to play the game. This is what I normally do prior to reviews when I come up to everything new, but we are sharing it and having a bit of fun while we're doing it. Yeah, if I lost the log load, it would be disappointing, because then I'd have to turn around and get more if I could get the truck back on its wheels, and we are stuck on... whoa, that's... ah, there's rocks. Okay. Okay, back it up. Actually... so, maybe left? Left of the rocks looks okay. We get around them there, and we're getting some sun, so we're taking way too long doing this. I do believe some of the later missions, and there's our watchtower, so we actually be able to see the terrain and see whether or not I've just made a horrible, horrible mistake. I do believe some of the later missions will have timers attached to them. That's usually the point of having a daylight and nighttime cycle. So you'll have to do this with a limited amount of time. Hey, this isn't actually so bad. I'm glad we didn't go right. That would have been a problem. But if we follow this down and around... we actually should be fairly okay. It looks like we're on like it's soft mud, grass, boggy terrain. It's not ideal, it's not a road, but it's not exactly worse than some of the other roads we've seen already, so... that means, actually, we can set waypoint markers for this, so what we're going to do... is go around like that. It's only half a K. Go. Foster's is piss water. Foster's is piss water. We sell it overseas. We don't actually drink Foster's. Nobody in Australia drinks Foster's. As low as people will generally go is VB here. Which, you know, it isn't bad. I don't really drink it. It gives me a hell of a migraine afterwards. I'm much more of a Carlton Draft man when I'm in a beer mode. Come on, over this hill. Having said that, I much prefer a good bourbon. Even a bad bourbon. Just bourbon in general is alright. Occasional vodka if I'm in the mood. And yeah, this is actually okay. Alright, so I made... Alright, there's our red marker again. Okay, we made the right choice. This is grassy and it's unstable, but we're not sinking into it, which is definitely something. This may be our main route between the logging station and the lumberyard. Take the road around to pick up the logs and have a bit of fun in the water and the rest when we've got a light load, and then bring the load back this way. Yes, Velox, that is a very, very, very real quote about Foster's. Actually, I've heard worse. That one's actually relatively polite. Yeah, it's a lot like sex in a canoe. It's fucking close to water. Alright, so we're on, well, almost on this road now. This is the road. Oh yeah, I can see. Yep. Well, we'll turn the headlights off now, so they should be off. And we'll get this. I'm not so sure about this. Hang on. We've got a bit of a rise, and it looks like we're supposed to have a clearing between the trees, which will be that one there. Well, one way or another, we're going through it. Actually, yeah, no, this is okay. Yep, this is our route between the lumberyard and the logging station from now on, to actually move the loads. Oh, a little bit of crap there. Actually felt like we drove over a log then. And that is a telephone pole, which means this is the actual road again. Alright. Bring the nose around. Come on. Garbage through here. Now, we did... How far are we from the logging station? So we had issues finding it last time. Alright, so I'm actually going to place some markers on this, although we shouldn't need to. Once I learn the way, it'll be fine, but just so I don't miss the turn and wind up stuck in the bloody trees like I was last time, because that's the last thing we want. I assume in hardcore mode that navigational tool here won't be available. Come on. Climb it. There we go. Get up that hill. Come on. There we go. Now this is the point. Yeah, this is the point where we exit off. I'm pretty sure this is the point we exited off at before. No. Different rise, because I can actually see the logging station in front of us. So, get between these trees. Or the lumber mill, rather. And the metal music starts. Nice. Alright, let's unload. Truck is not carrying any load. It's surprising, that. Whoa, handbrake. Alright, one load delivered. coffee. I'll be honest with you, Killer Pizza Guy, I actually thought Coronas were made in Mexico as well, because they're advertised down here as being Mexican made. So, yeah, in that case, if they're not made there, I have no idea where they're made. I'm not much of a Corona drinker anyway, but... G'day, Mad End. I love paved roads. Actually, I'd probably take that back. I actually don't mind a Corona midsummer because it's fairly refreshing, but when it comes to actually having a drink, it's really not my drink. I'm expecting to hear banjos start playing this deep in the woods. No, apparently they got metal out here. I'm entirely fine with the metal. It's good. Coffee, good idea. Damn right it is. Corona was founded in 1925. Didn't know that. So, the Russian truck driving simulator. Yeah, pretty much. RTS. I like that. Alright, well, we've done with that load, so let's... Well, we've got to do 3 loads to finish off this logging station, and then we'll find out what happens next. So, handbrake off, let's back our way around, and see if we can find our... Actually, well... No, I don't like the look of that. Go to the external so I can actually see where the hell we're going. I'm basically using this as a reversing camera at this point. We came in this way, I think. So we'll go back through this way, and we should spit us out onto a road unless I've done something awfully wrong. Fuel load, we're still over 3/4 of a tank. There is the road there, so we'll just turn onto it here. Still over 3/4 of a tank, so this time we're just going to go straight to the logging station. We don't need to swing past for more fuel. That is my son making some racket in the background at the moment. At least he's not fighting with his brother today. 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and you would think the 5-year-old would be the one who starts the problems all the time, most of the time. The 2-year-old, my 2-year-old literally trolls his older brother. It's both amazing to see and entirely frustrating at the same time. My accent is amazing, thank you. I don't really hear my own accent. Alright, so we are not going anywhere near that. That's just a big no-no. I wonder, if we come down here, now this is the path we took before, small S-bend, cut through the center, and we're heading down to the garage. And there's 2 ways we can go. We can turn off up here and then take it through this to get through to the section where we were cutting the logs before. And then we just drive straight up because we know this is okay to drive through, and we'll backdoor it around to the logging station this way. Or we've got trees here, but I'm wondering whether or not it'll be possible for us to get in here and actually just straight come out of this corner piece and just drive across. We might be able to make it around. We'll have to have a look. Handbrake off, and we'll just follow this one for the moment. Now, 12:50, we want to get a move on. I would like to get the next load of logs back before dark. Driving with a load of logs on, that was less than pleasant. Now, last time we went over here and then dipped into the creek on the other side. There we go. Whoa! Apparently they do have crap on the windscreen effects, and I don't know which button the wipers, what is the button for the wipers, or even if there is one, so we're just going to have to deal with that. Oh no, it just fades off on its own. Almost disappointed, but don't really care. Up here... Apparently somebody's being an ambulance at the moment. Either that or it's a cop car following me through this. Alright, come on. Rims are fine, temperature's fine, oil is fine. Alright, here it is. Here's the turn with the water. Alright. What have we got? I'm not liking that way. If we go anywhere, it's going to be... that is a steep bank. And there's a rock on the edge of it. Oh, maybe. No, let's go up to the next one. That's not looking... Whoa, come on. Give us some stick. Probably a little tight turning there. We probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, no, we'll go up to the next point. Actually, I'll set... Once we get to the next hard section of ground, level ground, I'll set a waypoint for the next turn so I don't miss it again. Alright, handbrake again. Yeah, obviously that's designed so you can't do exactly what I was just trying to do. We'll go... Yeah, and we'll try and go up through here. Roy boy, thanks for hosting the stream, mate. Oh, handbrake off, and let's kick this thing in the guts. Must say, it drives nice on a flight stick, all things considered. I really need to reinstall Euro Truck Simulator 2 and try driving the trucks with the joystick rather than on the keyboard. I think it'll be a much more pleasant experience. Or I need to, you know, get some money put aside and get a wheel. I really need to do that. I want to start doing more driving games. I've sort of been missing them. Whoa, this is sludge. Oh, come on. Oh, this is not. There we go. We got some traction. We got some traction. We're going to have to find another way around. We've overshot this a bit. Actually, let's have a look at the rear view. No, we should be alright. We've just got to go through here. So, handbrake off. We may need to winch ourselves here because that was a bit crap. We're backing back into the piece that was a bit crap. Oh, the exhaust effects. Nice. Blowing a bit of black there. I think the rings might be shot in this thing. Alright. Let's get back into the cab. Come on. Even by diesel standards, that's not a nice cloud of smoke to be seeing. Alright, so this is looking better. Oh, this works. Actually, judging from the amount of debris on the ground, it looks like a logging crew went through here and cleaned up. Alright, now I can set my waypoints to actually find my way through here. Actually, we should probably get up to the road. Oh, we can keep setting them. I thought there was a limitation on this. That's right, this will save us time. And that is the home stretch. So that will be our path in. Well, I'm going to go pass out. Don't flip your truck, Mags. Not a problem, mate. I will do my best not to. No guarantees. Rolling coal, Russian style. I'm actually really interested to unlock the vehicles. After we move this next load of wood, I might actually go north inside, actually west, I think it is for the orientation of this map, west instead. And we'll go see if we can pick up one of the vehicles. Apparently you just go to them, and you should be able to unlock them. And I'm going to have to make a small adjustment here, guys. Pardon me for this. I'm getting zombie pop-ups. I'm sure I disabled zombie pop-ups. I'll have to configure that later. It's something to do with Streamlabs, which I'm using for the configuration for the pop-ups on stream at the moment, and apparently I forgot to set something. Sorry if I'm not paying quite as much attention to the stream as I could be, but this is actually requires a little bit of concentration. I really like this. I'm actually sort of, part of me is disappointed I didn't spend more time, or didn't spend any time with the first game. Although I'll be correcting that soon. Right, there we go. Come on. Drag it through. Come on. And we appear to have lost now. Hang on, this is not where we wanted to go. This is water. This is not where we want to go. We lost a waypoint here somewhere. Right. God, even a red line on the ground and I can still get myself lost in this. There we go. We'll follow the slop around here. That is the road that we're after, so we're going to make our turn here, and if we continue the turn, that, I have to do a bit of a U-turn, a bit of a three-pointer here, but that is the direction we want to be going. Yeah, that's definitely the easiest way to do it, I think. And this is sloppier than it was before, so the first time we went through here, we actually dug the place up, so each time we come through, we're actually going to be making the terrain worse for ourselves. Come on. There we go. Get into the marker here. Actually, before we load this up, I'm actually going to turn myself around, so I'm pointing in the right direction before we leave. Give me a rear view here. There we go. And at least then we won't have to turn the truck while we're loaded. Whoa. Yeah, let's move a little bit over before we load up, I think. Find some more solid on the edge here. There. Alright. Well, we're only taking the short logs. I love clicking that, just dropping the logs in and watching the suspension collapse. That's great. Alright, so there's the load in daylight, guys. That's what we're hauling out of here. Alright, Time 18. We're going to hit darkness again before we make it out. Is an individual load worth more points? It's based on the size. The larger loads are worth more, but you need a special carry to be able to move the medium-sized load, and the large logs you need basically a semi if you want to move those. So this is going to bring us up to 6, and the lumberyard wants 8 if we're going to actually get out of here. We may not actually come back to this lumberyard. There is another lumberyard further north. If we're going to go and have a look and see if we can unlock a vehicle, we may as well go up to one of the northern lumberyards while we're at it and pick up a load there and bring it back, because there doesn't seem to be multiple logging stations rather. There doesn't seem to be multiple lumberyards, but there is multiple logging stations. So we'll go to the other one, because this one here, we've sort of dug the shit out of its driveway. Alright, I'm going to lock that for a second. I'm going to quickly set some waypoints so I can find my way around here in the dark, because it is going to get dark. Down and around, and we'll take exactly the same path out as we took. It's only going to let us take make waypoints to there. That's fine. That'll be fine. Right, handbrake off. 1944. Which means we'll be approaching sundown in a moment. That sounded like sheep in the trees there. No, don't be doing that. Get off to the left. Get that right hand side. Whoa. Alright, that was... What was that? We came straight onto this log. That's right, we're good, we're around it. Let's continue through. Sun is starting to go down, so we're going to be driving this in the dark again. That's right, at least we've managed to pathfind our way through here once, so we sort of know what to expect this time. Go around this side of the tree. Let's get some headlights on. Down to half a tank of fuel. We're not going to have a load on for the next one, but we will have to consider fuel load. This looks like the spot we came over before. It's telling us to go through the trees there, but that's just my bad waypoint plotting. Gently over, a little bit of brake, come on. Alright, there we go. And again. Need more T-34s. You know, I think even a T-34 would have fun getting through some of this. Get up the hill. Alright. Going around to the right here. Yeah, oil and temperatures are still good, so that's fine. there's the outside view. And that's what you can see when you get out of the headlights. Not much. Just looking at the terrain down here, we're basically driving through a mud bog that's being held together by grass. Hey CJ, thanks for the subscription. Let's get back inside so I can see. I drive much better from in the cab because I'm used to driving a real machine, so this just makes more sense to me than the external views most of the time for this kind of work. It is entirely possible for those wondering to play the entire game from the external view without ever actually going to the cab view at all if you want to. Yeah, it looks like the fog looks even thicker than it did last time. Come on, get up the hill. Alright, I'm going to pull the handbrake here for a second and find out where the hell we are. Alright, so we're only making it around the outside. Actually, we should have probably gone further south here, and we would have avoided some of this. That's alright. So we're on a bit of a rise, and we cut this area a little tighter than we did last time. One good thing about this game is I can drink my coffee while playing it. Come on. Oh yeah, there's the tracks from the last time we were through here. Although I don't want to drive exactly on them, because each time we make a run through this area we're going to be breaking the grass, and that's going to loosen up the terrain, and this place will turn into a bog hole in a real hurry. Okay, so here we should be coming up on the road, I think. I think this is where we are. Yep, we're on the road. Alright, beautiful. So that's the end of our waypoints. So I'm actually going to mark this path, because this path wasn't as clear as I thought it was last time. And then I'll mark the path one more time to get into the lumber mill. I am really missing track right now. Dig through here. There we go. Come on, get over the edge. Now I just got to watch it because there's stumps hidden in the grass. You can see one up ahead, and I think we hit one in here last time that held us up a bit too. Back to our traffic pole, so this should be a left-hand turn straight up onto the road, and from here we should be able to follow the load until we turn off for the logging station. So that's the second pass through. Although the truck does sound like it's struggling a little bit here. Might have to see if there's any damage repair options or anything back in the garage. Wash the mud off the wheels. Yeah, I'm definitely giving this more, and it's feels like it's lacking a little power. Alright, so where's our exit here? So we got 1, turn 1, yes, I know it's 17 meters. I don't like that I can't move this box, that's annoying. Alright. Pump the throttle, it'll climb it. Come on. Yep, this is the point up. Now, we went straight up here last time. You can just see the cutting from our tyres last time. We'll gap it through the trees here. And I'm hearing metal music, so this means we are at our destination. Alright, handbrake on. Let's go to the external view and get these logs off our back. Drink driving fine incoming. I don't think they'll actually bother you for a coffee. They don't bother for anything that's not alcohol in Australia. I'm not sure what the rules are in the rest of the world in regards to stuff. So excited for this game. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying. This is sort of like, yeah, it's very much the same feeling I get from playing Euro Truck Simulator, but it's got a hell of a lot more involved with the driving. Hope there will be console mods. Well, console modding does seem to be a thing these days. I can't vouch for it at all. I can definitely shoot an inquiry through and see if I can get some information on it, but no guarantees on whether or not I will. But, hey, fingers crossed. I now associate metal music with accomplishments. Thanks, Spintires. There is nothing wrong with that at all. Alright, so this time we're not going to go and get any more wood from this logging yard, because this logging yard's a bit cactus for the moment. I'll see whether or not you leave it for a while, whether or not the terrain hardens up, but we do have another logging station up here. It's a bit longer drive, but it actually looks like a somewhat easier one, and there are two vehicles we can pick up on the way. So we've got the K700 and the C255. I have no idea what either of these vehicles are, but they are over here, and I assume, they say they're locked, but I assume to get them, we've just got to go to them, and we'll unlock them, and we should be able to recover them to the garage. So, okay, this is just a guess, I don't know for sure. Obviously red's our activated, and we have a spare truck over here. Oh, we can skip the night. Cool. We'll go back to the garage on the way back and see whether or not there's anything broken in this machine at the moment, because it feels like it's losing power. Then we're going to head this direction, and these two vehicles seem to be relatively close together, so we'll go over and see if we can recover these. Repair points. 495 repair points. K700 repair points. That's interesting. I'm not entirely sure how the repair point system actually works. Lumber Mill 1 is here. We'll go back to the garage and we'll find out first. One way or another, we'll take the road up so we can explore some more of the terrain at least. It looks like we have to ford a river here, and it doesn't look like there's any way around that unless we were to take this path through, which looks like bogland similar to what we've been traversing to get through here. Otherwise we can ford a river over here to cross. We have a fuel station on the way, so we'll be able to fuel up, which is good. If we head down, well actually that's interesting. These roads and these roads don't actually appear to be connected. So we've either got to find a way between the two in order to make our way around, and this looks like a fairly wide track through most of the way. Or we've got a hell of a drive through here to be able to get to the logging station. I got a funny feeling I'm going to tip a truck soon. what are we after here? Spintires? No. I'm amazed I haven't tipped one already. That first trip through that boggy area, I really wasn't sure exactly what we're going to encounter through there, but it worked out alright. The terrain made sense, I guess is the best way to put it. But that could have gone badly. Whoa, hang on, that's not what I was after. Yeah, follow that around this side. I actually haven't driven this road in this direction, so it looks a little strange. Crap. I'm just going to set waypoints to actually find my way back to the garage at night, because this road is looking a little odd. There and there. Back to the garage. Okay, so that should make life a little bit easier. Once we're back at the garage, guys, I'm actually probably going to call a quick 5-minute break. I am actually out of coffee at this point, and I would like a fresh pot before I moved on to the next part of this. It's one of my infamous coffee breaks. I'll try not to be too long with this one. And for those just joining the stream now, the VODs for this, I am recording this in 1080p on my end, so this will be cut down into a video, and I will be starting the upload once the stream is over to get this up onto YouTube as well. So you will be able to come back and watch your way through this. So that is the garage. We turn in about here. Alright, we'll shut it down, handbrake on, and we'll turn the lights off. Advanced mode, and we'll stop the engine. Yeah, that's really not a nice sound when it's shut down. We'll have a quick look at what we got here. Advanced. Here we go. So, repaired 32 damage. So it's repaired and it's been fueled. And that's really it. We're unavailable, unavailable, unavailable. I assume these will unlock as we progress through the campaign. So, for example, we complete this lumberyard and we might get the log carrier unlocked next. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing else we can do, and it auto repairs. What do we have? Repair points. Is there anything listed for that anywhere? Nothing that I can see. Alright, so I'm going to just hit escape to bring this to a pause. It's about 5 AM. I don't want time to advance too much here because obviously I would like to make the first part of this trip at least in daylight hours. And we are going to go on to a coffee break. We will be right back in just a moment, guys. Alright, ladies and gents, and welcome back. We'll be getting this stream started up again, and I've got a bit of a co-pilot this time. Sorry about the delay, but there we go. Bitrate may have gone a little bit unstable. Hopefully it doesn't stay that way. Get some headphones on. I'm being joined by my youngest son. He wants to come in and watch Daddy drive some trucks. So we're going to drive some trucks. Yeah, trucks. Alright, let me get me feet onto the accelerator here. Engine started. Alright, let's back this one around. We're going to zoom this in a little bit here. I'll take the handbrake off first. That'll probably help matters a little. Yeah, that feels a little bit more go-y already. I'm not having to drive it quite so hard. Apparently that 32 damage, it damaged something. Right, Let's go to cockpit view, or cockpit view, cabin view. I gotta get that right. Pop this up here and bring up the map. Alright, so we're gonna come out here and go follow the road. It looks like a fairly stable drive the whole way. Up to the K700 for a start, and we'll see exactly what the hell that is, because I have absolutely no idea. Handbrake off, and give it a bit of a turn here. And there we go, there's our road. We still have headlights on, we can turn those off now. Yes, they have a mini mags. Had to bring more of them into the world. Somebody's got to dominate the world at some point in the future, don't they? Anyways, let's get around here. Need mini mags to commentate. Oh, if he decides to commentate, you won't be able to stop him, trust me. K700 is a big articulated tractor. Well, that could be interesting. Oh, we got some logs here. I think if we go right around this one, we should be able to get the wheel up over this one here. Yep, that pushes it down. I love the fact that the trees aren't, well, they're not solid. They will flex out of the way. You'll crush them down if you get over the top of them. Oh, sounds like we bonked something then, but we should be fine. You like this, do you, buddy? Yeah, it's tipping around and it's a big truck. And got a couple of logs to get over here. Over we go, come on. Yeah. What's up, mate? Yeah, Daddy needs his hand free so he can drive the truck. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to go around to the left. Looks. This looks pretty good. This is a pretty good road by Spintires standards from what I've seen so far. And no selenium trees of the original Spintires. I'm not sure what the original Spintires had, but no, these flex and crush underneath the wheels as you would expect them to, and that is the K700. Oh, hello. So, K700 unlocked. I'm not sure if that's appropriate for what we need at the moment, but I do like that. Now, can I recover it? Here's the question. Oh, I can just flick to it. And there's our truck over there. Winch is already installed on. Cool. Get some external views of this thing. Alright, so I want to go back to our main truck for the moment, and I want to. Can I I just want to recover this. Recovering garage. Recover current truck to nearest garage. If I do this, can I jump back to the first truck though? That's the question. We are about to find out. Oh, that sounds awesome. Alright, it is back here. We probably should have taken the Jeep to go and do this run. That would probably have been the smart move. Now, with the map open, can we skip back? Yes, we can. Alright, so we can jump between vehicles. Ah, I know why that will be a possibility. On some of the other stuff later on, you'll have to load stuff manually, so you'll need to be able to skip between different vehicles to be able to load and unload as needed. Okay. This is my first time my son's seen me record a live stream. I've actually been in the room, so he's looking at me at the moment like, Dad, why are you talking to yourself? Well, anyways, so next up, short hop to the C255, and I'm not entirely sure what the hell that is either, so we're going to find out. No. Daddy, press the buttons. jump back in. Actually, we'll jump wrong button. Jump back external. Get the engine fired up again. Alright, handbrake off, and we'll back it around. Oh, big rock there. We'll navigate around that one. Get back into the cab. We didn't really need markers for that one because it's parked right next to us. The C255. That, we go over, is it's an armoured truck. It's got windows in top. Fuel truck maybe? No, not with windows on top and the side. Looks like it's got an aircon unit in it as well. Daddy's gone crazy. Mwah. Whatever it is, it definitely sounds ballsier than what we've currently got. Well, we're actually going to leave this one here rather than recovering it, because we can come back to it at any time now we've unlocked it apparently. So a 6x6 with a repair body. Ah, so it's a repair truck. Yes, buddy, what's up? Yeah, trucks. Like here. Big truck here. You just noticed a second monitor. Sorry. This guy's. It's kind of cute, though. Yes? You want the headphones? You want to hear the truck? Alright, I'll put the headphones on you. You can hear the truck while Daddy works out where we're going to go next. So you can hear the truck running? There we go. Alright, so what have we got here? Alright, so this is obviously depth indicators for water. Doesn't look too bad around here. And we've got to pick our side though. Because one side leads to the fuel station, one side does not. We should be good for fuel. Yeah, forward down here. And we'll follow this road around. And this is going to bring us back to the area we've sort of uncovered, and then we can make our way north. It's a bit of a drive, but I think this will be a nice one to end the stream on, going in this direction. Yeah. Alright, so we should probably set some markers for this first. And it includes a river fording, which I haven't done either, which is probably going to go horribly wrong, but we'll see what happens. Actually, I want to put that marker here to mark the shallow section, and then that way leads back around to the fuel station. So what we want to do from here, and then we're going to go south or east by the orientation of this map. Okay, let's get back in the cab. Handbrake off. I like Minimags. He has an appreciation for machines. It's great. He'll fit right in. He does have an appreciation for machines. He loves his aircraft. He loves his aircraft. He loves watching Daddy's planes and loves watching the real planes as well. And, well, part of the delay getting back on stream is we have a railway line that's not far from the house. We couldn't actually see the train, but he could hear it. He didn't want to actually come back inside from being outside until he heard the train drive away. Right, so, and here is our Ford. This, it's just handbrake. Whoa.
Water.
No, that'll be, yeah, water.
Oh.
Handbrake on. Let's have a look at this. This could go horribly, horribly wrong. It doesn't look like it should be too deep according to the map, but then again, I haven't actually tried to do this before. Screw it. What's the worst that could happen? Alright, come on. Whoa. Dangerous water level. Yeah, you don't say. I never would have guessed that. It's actually pushing the truck. I like this. Okay. That wasn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it would have been. Not so bad at all. But we crossed in the wrong point. Crossed in completely the wrong point. So we're going to have to go... this path and then back down. And I don't really want to cut back, so we're going to head in this direction and we're going to have to find a way through to this southern path. Otherwise we're going to go through the slop up here, and that just seems like a bad idea to me. So we're going exactly the direction I wanted to avoid going. Ah well. What's the worst that can happen? Well, I was at the top of a tree once. You know, I have a scar from being at the top of a very similar tree. I have a fairly good idea of what happened after. The trail here seems to be alright. This is okay. Whoa, 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 what the hell did we just hit? 28 damage, that's not what I wanted. I think we just slid sideways into a tree going around that corner. Alright. Well, we're continuing on regardless. Good morning, Tal. How's it going, mate? To make sure we're still on track. Alright, this is the point we needed to find a cutting through. We want to get from here through here. It's only 36 meters. We've got to find our way through these trees to get on the side we want, otherwise we are going to have to drive through some real garbage in order to be able to find our way there. Will we fit? I don't think we're going to fit. No, we'll fit. It'll fit. It's fine. That's a drop though. How big a drop? We're going to damage the truck here. I can just see this being a thing. Let's just edge it forward. Let's handbrake it here for a second so I can have a look at this. Or we could get stuck. What other options do we have here? Yeah. What the hell? Come on, over the edge. Alright. We are actually stuck on the chassis at this point, so probably should have seen that coming. Let's just handbrake this here for a second. Alright, now we can go to advanced mode. This is actually a good excuse to use the winch system. Now, what is the best way to do this?
Stuck. Daddy?
Yep.
Stuck.
Stuck. Yes, stuck. That's exactly right, mate. Alright, so, okay, we can only winch onto one tree. So I'm going to winch onto this one. Out of advanced mode and get us back to the cab. Handbrake off. That works. The winch is good.
Wow.
Hey. Let's handbrake that on here. Advanced mode. We're gonna release the winch. No, we're going to go to... There we go, winch is released. And we're good. Okay, beautiful. not quite as good a road here. Now we have to set ourselves up so we can actually get a path to navigate. And I've got to stop pressing the accelerator pedal while I'm doing that, because it seems to try and pick it up as a control point for the map. We'll avoid the water here and we'll cut across. Corner here and down. And then we've got a few options to go this way. It doesn't seem to really matter which one we take. And we should be on a much larger road that we can just follow. I have a sneaking suspicion if I had tried that with a full load on, I would have pulled that tree out of the ground rather than actually move the truck. But a little bit of accelerator, a little bit of brake, and manual control of the winch. The winch isn't automatic, just so everybody knows. You actually press. Yes, it's mud, mate. You hit a button to actually control the winch, to winch or control when it does and does not work. So you can use a little bit here, a bit of accelerator, a little bit of brake, adjust your steering, use the winch again, pull, so you have full control over when it's going to do what it does, rather than being reliant on... I have a sneaking suspicion I'm already... Yeah, I'm just off into the trees. That's a tree. Alright, we don't want to back into that. That would be bad. Should probably spend more time looking at the screen than the stream chat. Oh, that's sloppy. Again, this is another spot where track IR would be useful. It's just much easier to just look than have to think about pressing a button to look. We may need to actually winch in this next part as well, unless we get a little bit more stable. Well, we got a bit of momentum up, so we're okay.
Muddy.
Yes?
Muddy.
What's that, mate?
Muddy.
Yeah, muddy. That's right, very muddy, isn't it?
Mommy.
You want to go to mummy? Or you want to stay here? Alright, so we're through on this section. So this should be now just a simple matter of following this around. Nice and easy. Oh, headphones back for daddy? You want to go to mum? Okay guys, just gotta quickly put the space bar on and let my son back to mum. Alright, be a good boy, okay? It's only 5:30 in the afternoon here. In fact, once we get to this destination, I'm probably going to have to save it and end the stream at this point, because we've been getting dangerously close to dinner time. I have to go out and help the missus get everything ready for dinner. But we should have time to make it to where we need to go, and that is a tree in the water here, so hopefully we'll get over that, and that seems to be okay. I've learned nothing about cosmic irony. Yes, I have. I'm fully expecting something to go wrong, but quietly confident that it won't. That's probably my mistake. Speaking of mistakes, come on, wiggle it through. We probably should have gone on the high road there, so we didn't drive out into this. Oh no, we got a bit of traction here. We're all good. This isn't as bad as it could be. I'm having to rock the steering quite a bit, just to make sure we're constantly grabbing fresh ground, but yeah, this could be a lot worse. Alright, so, and a left here from the looks. And this is our hard left, and this should take us up to the logging yard. And our remaining vehicles that are on this map to unlock. I'm not sure how the map expansion works, whether or not you move on to a... Oh, a little bit of a few options here. I'm not sure how the map expansion works here, whether or not the map just gets larger or you go on to a new one. But I will be finding that one out. So we've got the D535 and the B131. Make sure we get both of those. Here, it's better. Avoid this. Oh, getting a few angles. Come on, get it up there. There we go. Yeah, I am impressed with this. I'm enjoying this a lot. And there's one of the new vehicles. There's the 535, and that looks like it's got some balls about it. We'll have to work out what that one is all about later. Actually, we'll quickly jump over to it. We've got time. Alright, this needs a semi-trailer on the back. This is what we'll be using to drag long logs later on. Decent visibility out of the cab. Much better look, but I don't think I'll be going over ridges like I went over before in this later. It sounded like when we started up. Oh, I like that. I like that very much. We repair the trailer hitch. Alright. Let's mouse cursor over here. We'll stop the engine on this one. We're going to jump back to the main vehicle. Now. No, that's not the one I want to get to. I want to go to this one. Alright. Now, before we go any further up to the logging station, it looks like the easiest way is that way. So if we check the camera to our right, it'll be... Back this up a little. Handbrake off. Yeah, to our right just there. Back into the cab. And the B131. What do we got here? And this... medium logs. Medium length, I reckon. Although it may be long. Not sure. Either way, we can recover these back to the garage later. Jump back in the 131. And let's get the rear view going here so I can actually back this back out. And take the handbrake off again. Got to remember, it keeps putting the handbrake on every time I change vehicles. Should be good there. Oh, that's sloppy. Cutting across the track is not going to do wonders for this track. Alright, back into the cab, and just up here should be our logging station where we can grab our logs. And this place doesn't really look a lot better in terms of terrain than the last place, so... Actually, yeah, it's not. We're sliding quite a bit here. Come on. This gas. Get this thing going. Alright. We'll bring it around, point it in the right direction for the logging, to exit the logging station. Alright. Now, we will exit out of the vehicle. Get the handbrakes on, and let's stop the engine. Load it up with short logs, because that's what we're going to be leaving here with. It's going to let me. There we go. Whoa, don't you dare tip over. Alright, stream, we're going to end this one here. I'm probably going to jump back on and play some more Mudrunner in... well, maybe later on tonight, maybe tomorrow. We'll see exactly what happens. Hope everybody has enjoyed the run up until this point. I will be continuing on from this point when I do. And I will chat to you guys possibly on the Discord after dinner. Till next time, guys, take care.